Welcome to the 100 Baby Challenge Part 46. And in this episode, we're going to start where we left off. We start with Zev throwing a birthday party while she was trying to set up for a birthday party. You see, I'm glad I cooked some cakes ahead of time so we could have a party. What I didn't get is the meal. Usually, I don't. Sometimes when I record, I forget which gameplay I'm in. Like, you see, I'm 75% done with the 100 Baby Challenge, and I forgot which generation did all the cooking. Or which episode where I did a bunch of cooking and saved it all for later. So, I guess it's not this episode. Oh, you also noticed I did fix the child support thing. And Zev has 4,300 simoleons. I hope that makes everybody more comfortable, because when I first found out, halfway into the first generation, that I couldn't have child support help, and I was getting millions, and you're not supposed to do that. That's cheating. And when I realized that, I was already pre-recording into my second generation, so I fixed it while I was doing my second generation. So, like in this episode, episode 46, it's fixed. Okay, it's fixed. She gotta earn her money the hard way now, and she can't get a job. I know that. I'm giving some people on there's a Sims 4 group some tips on 100 Baby Challenge. Get pictures with the dudes, so you don't run in and put their names on it, so you don't end up running into the same guy twice, because you don't really want to run into the same guy twice. It'd be awkward, and you can't try for the same baby twice with the same guy. Yeah, the baby with the dude can't have another baby with him. Sorry, can't. That's cheating. I'm not doing that. You can marry the guy, but you can't have a baby with him. Because Zev because in the last generation, Zev had 2 babies with Kai, but in the end, she ended up marrying him. So she didn't have another baby with him. So that's good. The thing is about aging up toddlers. You ever try putting a cake on the floor, see if the toddlers can blow out the candles by themselves without help? That doesn't work. It has to be on the table. It has to be in the middle of a surface, like the middle of the table, or the middle of the counter. Otherwise, you can't age them up. It'd be nice, but if you just put it on the floor and they can blow out the candles themselves, but no. It doesn't work like that. I've tried it. It has to be on the table. It has to be in the middle of a flat surface. Dang it. I was trying to cut corners in that area. The reason I was trying that because what kind of hug was that? Anyways. If you put food on the floor for a toddler, they can get it themselves. I figured if you do the cake the same way, they can get to the cake easier and blow out the candles. But no, that part does not work. You have to put it on the table, and you have to have a grown-up help your child blow out the candles. Even though that's a pain in the ass, because sometimes your sibling will pick up the kid and just put him right back down. I was trying to cut all that out, So, because when my Sims when my Zev Sim, there was a time when my Zev kept picking up her toddler and putting him right back down. And canceling the action. It's like, why? Because I was trying to cut corners. I was trying to avoid that. But, it doesn't work. Putting the cake on the floor for the toddler to reach a lit birthday cake on the floor. It just doesn't. Where's everybody going? Oh, she's going to get the other toddler. Okay, good. Because it's 3 of them. You got Alex, Brandon, and Cyrus. Yay. Yeah, Alex had aged up. Now we're aging up Brandon.
Fluffy.
This is the first time they dealt with triplets. Not in baby towns. That's awesome. You know, the more you have with one baby daddy, the less baby daddy you're gonna need. Because think about it. If you have 25 kids with one baby per baby daddy, it's 25 baby daddies. In the first generation, I did it with 14 baby daddies. Because most of the time, you're never having twins. You know how you get it done quicker? Because sometimes, you can wait till Cindy did it. She used a lot of baby daddies. But she's only having one at a time. If you had the online line trait, you guarantee a success of twins or triplets. You need to get this challenge down a lot quicker. A second? Where's a second? The other lot traits, like good schools and child's play. You put child's play and good schools trait on your lot, the child's play, your toddlers and children will mostly 50% of the time will learn their own skills on their own. But if they need assistance when it comes to homework for the children, they help them out. But sometimes I'm surprised that they learn it all by themselves. And the good grades thing, oh yeah, they get great. Because I have a teenager who got a good grade, aged him up. I got a kid who get A, aged him up to a teenager, and they already have a B. Or just make sure they do their homework. It's the teenagers you got to worry about. The kids, on the other hand, when they're children, they do their homework. They age up pretty quick because it has a good grades trait, the good schools lot trait. That's how my Sims are aging up faster out of here because the good schools and the child's play. That's how they're aging up quick. The toddlers age up after a week because that's the normal lifespan for a toddler. After you age them up from a baby. A baby is 3 days, toddler is 7 days. But I got age turned off in my I got aging turned off in plate households. So I don't get notifications that my kid's about to age up. So I go on a whim. I did my research, like, okay, what's the normal lifespan? Age span for a toddler before they age up to a kid. 7 days. Okay, cool. Keep them a toddler for 7 days and age them up. Okay, cool. I'll do that. I cut corners. Also, like I did in the last generation, I'm going to do it in this generation. Because you don't like it, kiss my butt. Anyways. Once that is done, having her 25 kids, and she has to move out at least one of her kids, her oldest ones, get an A in high school, move out. Well, have them get an A in school, age them up, and then move them out. She can marry whoever she likes, so because you gotta have room in your household for the husband to move in. Okay, so you gotta move one of your older. You gotta help your kid get good grades in school, age them up, and move them out before you can move your husband in, because you got 7 kids in your house plus you, and it's 8. You can't move in you can't get married and move in your husband. You just can't because there's no room. So we wait till one of the kids move out. The later ones, it's usually with the T and U names. Move them out. And then get married, so you have enough room for your husband to move in. And then and then whoever's left, like if they're kids or toddlers, I age them up. I go into Create a Sim, use MC Command Center to age everybody up. With my MC Command Center, I can age up. I have free range to age them up in cast. And not babies. That's why I age them to toddlers before I go into cast. I'm meeting at the same time. Let me say it again. Okay. In my MC Command Center, I can age them up in cast. Okay, so if they're babies, I age them up to toddlers because I can't age up babies in cast. I just can't. Nobody can. So what I do, after all toddlers or children, I go on the cast, age up all the kids as young adults, just to see what they look like. So I can get pictures of them and put them on the wall, like I did in the first towns. I mean, in the first generation. I also see who get the prodigy ready. Like this one, I got her ready. I show her off before the next generation starts. I'm going to do the same thing in this generation, but then in the next generation. The only thing different, one of the things that'll be different when I do the last 25 kids, is that there'll be no prodigy for another generation to have 25 more kids. There won't be. Because that's it, 100 babies is all you need. But if your kids that move out end up having kids, that's totally fine. That's meant to happen. I turn off aging for all the kids that move out, so they can have kids of their own. You know, when I had the lifespan on long, none of the first generation they moved out, but they weren't having kids. They said, oh, I have a long life. I can take as long time as I want to settle down. But once I shortened the lifespan to normal, they all started moving out. They all started having kids. It's like, oh, somebody shortened my life. I guess I should just get married and have kids now. So we got all these cousins and grandkids and all that wonderful stuff. Wow. So that means the first generation Kind Zev will eventually grow old. It'll suck, but that's life. Also, my life characters will die. They'll grow old, and they will die. It's a pity, but, that's how life works. There's no such thing as cryostasis. I can lie. None of them aged because Stan and Zeb never aged because they were in cryostasis. You think after 4,000 years, they're way past the time they were supposed to die. Stan and Zeb's secret to staying young for 4,000 years is cryosleep. Because if you tell somebody else that I'm about over 4,000 years old, it's like, really, how'd you live that long? Cryo sleep. Does wonders, doesn't it? Because here's what puzzles me. During this whole cryostasis thing, I'm sure some Lex fans have asked the same question. How come Zev's hair grew and Stan's did? I mean, if Zev's hair grew in cryostasis, Stan's hair should have grown too. Unless his hair is meant to stay genetically short. I don't know. His hair would have been long too. If Zev's hair was long, then Stan's hair should have been long too. And eventually he would have gotten it cut, but still. Stan would have gotten it. If Stan had long hair like Zev did, he would have gotten his hair cut using Kai's braids. You'd be short again, okay? But you know. Seriously, how did Zev's hair grow in cryostasis? But Stan's didn't. Don't say it's because he had a hat on. Bullcrap. Somebody move my Kleenexes. I think it was Frank. I don't know why he couldn't stay over here. I'm trying out this void critter thing because I never had my Sims use it before. Apparently I have to buy a void critter pack and stuff like that. Sorry about that. Sorry. I blow my nose on recording. That's gonna stay there forever. In the video forever. Sometimes I forget things. I think this is where I use the pond, I think. Play, yeah, this is where I use where the kids' interaction to play by the pond. Because somebody said it was really cool when they do that, when they have their play with their imagination about those pond things. They said it was pretty cool interaction, so I want to give it a go. Here's Brandon. You're ready to try it out. Oh, yeah. He's like a pirate. I also seen this done. Little Cindy did it with one of her kids. This is cool. I'm not gonna lie. The kids pretend they're pirates. It must be fun being a kid. That's why I tell Zoe, why do you want to act grown all the time? What's wrong with being a kid? Being a kid is fun. You don't know that yet, but sometimes you realize that once you grow up, you're gonna be like, I wish I didn't act so grown when I was a kid because I still want to be a kid now. So Zoe, focus on being a kid and do what kids do now. Do what kids do. Don't act grown or anything like that. Focus on being a kid. Because once you're grown up and you want to be a kid again, well, there's certain things you're not allowed to do. You can't act like a kid in public. when you're all grown up. Trust me. Be a kid now, please. Don't act all grown up. Don't give me attitude. Just be a kid. I encourage her, just be a kid. Don't act all grown. Be a kid. Do what kids do. Have an imagination. She's only 7, for goodness sake. Because when I was her age, 7, 8 years old, I was told I couldn't have an imagination at school. Because my mind was always wandering off. And having imagination. I was a kid! I was in 1st grade. You're going to sit there and tell me I can't have an imagination in school? On a playground? Because that's what kids do. That's what 1st and 2nd graders do. In 1st and 2nd grade, I was told there was something wrong with me because I didn't leave my imagination at home. I don't encourage Zoe to do that. Okay? Okay, it depends on the imagination, but kids is pretty innocent, okay? And my childhood was innocent until some teachers had to butt in and tell me that it was not okay to have an imagination. Thanks for ruining my childhood. Thanks. You're swell. You can't let me be a kid. The teachers would look at kids like they're grown or something. Like they expect you to act all grown. What the heck was that? Well, there's some sirens going on outside. I don't know if that was I thought that wasn't a fire. It was an ambulance or something. That sucks. Oh, my food's cold. I can't eat it. It's cold. Oh, my food got cold real fast. There's a bowl of chili. Because I want to eat before I get my kids from school. Because I don't want to go to Stewart's again. I don't have any money. I don't. I'm broke. I put some money in my account last night so I could cover the cost of health insurance when it does come out of my account. Just to cover the cost of the health insurance. That's all I've put enough in for. Just to cover the health insurance when the check clears. So it doesn't bounce. And you can hear my mother-in-law going, we should do some shopping. It's like, with what money? You want to lend me some? She won't. She left me instant to get lunch because she couldn't make up her mind whether me and Frank should get Zoe or me and her get Zoe. Her first idea was, it's going to be freezing rain. You and Frank should pick up Zoe from school, which we wait until like 2:10 to go get her. I would have time to eat while I was recording. I would have time to eat. And then she calls me, I can pick her up. Let's go. I was like, well, I did have time to eat, and then you called and said you can do it. And I'm like, crap. Because we had to sit in the car. We usually sit in the car an hour in the park. Sit in the parking lot for an hour waiting for Zoe to come out. Like, I did have time to eat, and then you called and said, well, I can pick her up now. I'm like, well, I did have time to eat. Kind of feel like she owed me or something. She gave me enough to... She gave me like $11. I got me something to eat. Got the chicken bacon ranch pizza. I mean, it was good, and I got full. But when the pizza got cold, and it was sitting on my desk next to my computer, and I could smell it, it made me sick. That was cold chicken bacon ranch pizza. It smells nasty. It tastes good when it's all hot, but it doesn't taste good when it's cold. Or it doesn't smell good when it's cold. And my Pringles. I ate half of it and gave the other half to Frank. because, seriously, I couldn't find the lid to it, and I didn't want it to go. I told Frank he can finish the camper. I ate half. There was like half left. I told him he can have the other half. Because I couldn't find the lid. Because Zoe took the lid. And now, I don't see the Pringles, so I assume Frank ate them and threw out the can. But I do see the lid on the floor. It's like, really? I'm looking for that can all night so I can preserve the can, but no. I wanted Frank to eat them because without the lid, they'll go stale. I didn't want that, so I told Frank he can have the rest of the chips. I didn't mind sharing. I was like, I really shouldn't be eating this anyway. I just got tired of barbecue chips. I would buy barbecue chips until I get tired of it. I got tired of it. Like, every one time I would eat chili. And like, every day I would have a bowl of chili until I get tired of it. And I want something else. I used to do that with pizza rolls. Eat pizza rolls every day for lunch until I get tired of it. Or this new, they had this one thing at Walmart, this TV dinner. It's chicken with mashed potatoes and corn. Oh, it's good. I was eating that until I got tired of it. I was eating that every day until I got tired of it. It was good though, but I got tired of it eventually and want something else. I wish I had Zoe's. This is where I wish I had Zoe's taste buds. She could eat anything hot. Seriously, she was with my dad's. I think I said this last episode. She was at my dad's around Christmas, and my mom made some pork sandwiches, and I thought it would be nice if I bring some sides. Like, I brought some chips. And one of them was hot chips. And Zoe was like wanting to try it because we didn't get her any Doritos. Of course, Zoe loves Doritos, the cheesy Doritos. And Frank didn't get her any, but we did end up getting some hot chips and something else, but it wasn't Doritos. And Zoe's like, "Yeah, try a hot chip." It was flaming hot Ruffles. Zoe tried it, and she's like. Walks up to my dad and says, "Can I have another?" And I looked at her, like, "Seriously?" It's like, "Really, Mom? It's not that hot." I don't know what you're talking about. When she's adorable. When she acts like a kid. When she acts like a kid, that's when it's adorable. When she acts all grown, it's not cute. Try to act all grown, it's not cute at all. She's acting like a kid. It's cute and adorable. Anyways, we are getting to the end of this episode, so stay tuned for part 47. Like and subscribe if you ever want to see more content.